It's love day. I'm showing people love out here on the court.
What's going on YouTube? Nicholas here with Tech Love TV, where we don't discriminate and we believe all tech deserves some love. So if you were here for my last video, I'll put that YouTube card right here. I did a review video on this speaker right here, the Denon Home 150, which goes for $250, available in two colors, black and white. And I also got the 250 and the 350 still to review. So I am going to be talking about the 250 in this video. Okay, so here's the 250 right here. This product is currently on sale for $499, over $500 obviously with tax. I'll put the link in the description down below, and you can pick this up on Amazon's website, or I believe you can pick this up on the Denon website as of right now. It does come in two different colors. You got a white and a black, just like the 150, and this is the white version right here. Quickly go around this box on the front side. It says Denon Home 250 wireless speaker, and like I said in the 150 video, it is a wireless speaker, not a portable wireless speaker. So it just means it hooks up to whatever device you want to listen to, say your TV or your mobile device, wirelessly. So when you're listening to this and you're using this, it still has to be plugged into an AC outlet in order for it to work completely. If that's something that you're not into, you're looking for a portable speaker, this is not for you, but the sound is still amazing. On the back side, it says Denon Home 250 wireless speaker, amazing sound in every room. Play songs or share playlists from favorite music services with the free Hios app. Party mode even lets you play one song everywhere on Hios compatible speakers. And then you also got the music streaming services that it's compatible with: Pandora, Spotify, Amazon Music HD, Sirius XM, SoundCloud, iHeartRadio, AWA, Napster, Deezer, TuneIn, Apple Music, and Tidal. And then on the left side it says, amazing sound built on 100 years of innovation. As Japan's first audio electronics manufacturer with the deep legacy of first, Denon is the defining audio company of Japan, founded in 1910. We enable the moments that matter through the relentless pursuit of quality, innovation, and audio performance. We innovate for a better experience. And that's pretty much it for everything that's on outside of the box. So let me go ahead and open this up and show you everything that you get on the inside. So you do get your quick start guide, a bunch of other literature in here, the same as the 150 as well. Here is your big boy right here, the power cord, and then you also get the mounting screw. Here's the size of it right here. Now, in quick comparison to the 150, here's the 150 right here, and here's your 250. And just like on the 150, the 250 has the same components on the back side. You do have your AC ports, you have your Bluetooth pairing port, the aux in, USB, the network, and the connect port right here. And you also get a nice carrying handle right here. And here are the specs that I previously recorded for the 250. The first column is the 150, the second column is the 250, and the third column is the 350. So built-in Class D power amplifiers, you get 4 on the 250, 6 on the 350. Drivers on the 250, you get 4 plus passive radiator, and on the 350 you get 6 drivers. Tweeters, this is 1 by 25 millimeters. The 250, 2 by 19 millimeters, and then also the same on the 350. They don't have anything listed for mid-range for the 150, the 250, but on the 350 you get the 2 by 50 millimeter, and then the woofer on the 250 you get 2 by 100 millimeter and 133 millimeter passive radiator, and on the 350 you get a 2 by 165 millimeter. Going around this, you have your Denon badge on the front side. You have your indicator light right here. This is a nice, like a silver grayish type mesh material, and then you do have your rubber grip pads on the bottom right here. And this is where, if you want to put this on a stand, this is where you will mount it on the bottom right here, as opposed to the 150, the mount was on the back side. That's pretty much it. I mean, obviously it's a little bit heavier and beefier than the 150, but this 250 is a nice solid size. And this one, I do believe this one will be staying in my office. I'll be hooking it up to my TV that will probably go above this monitor right here, so that I can have like productivity in front of me and entertainment up top. So that's how my setup's going to be. Office setup video coming soon. But that's it for the whole construction, design of everything. And then once I put power to this, you will actually see the buttons up here light up, just like you saw on the 150 right here. So I do think instead of having 3 presets, there might be 6, but I could be wrong. So let's go ahead and put power to this, and see how this actually sounds. Okay, and so as soon as you put power to this, just like the 150, the light on the front side will be blinking blue, and then as soon as it turns that solid amber color, you want to go ahead and go to your Helios app. So this is your Helios app right here. If this is the screen you want to go to right here, once this is a solid amber color. So I already have this hooked up to my mobile device. So if you want to get the whole setup process, go ahead and check out the 150 video because that's where I did that. But it's simply just going to this gear icon, hitting add a device, and then it'll walk you through the steps, and it's as simple as that. Let me go to my devices. This is my office. So I'm gonna click on office right here, and it gives my office name, and this is where you can go in and adjust the EQ, and I have the EQ and treble all the way up for that. Quality, I want quality on high. Status lights, brightness, turn that all the way up so you can adjust the brightness. If this is a place where you sleep, you can turn it all the way down so that you won't have to deal with that. Touch controls, brightness, I like them all the way up. Fade out, delay, I'm going to keep it on as long as possible. I don't think the touch controls were on the 150. And then it has advanced, and that just gives you advanced network settings and stuff like that. So let me go back real quick, and let me go to my playroom and then see touch controls. Oh, so it does, so I just missed that. So let me turn that up, go back, quality, high, placement. Okay, so this is something that I didn't put on this video. So it also has placement on here, and it says open space away from walls, next to one wall or on a shelf in a corner near two walls. This is for my 150. It's going to be next to wall or on a shelf. So I'll put that there. It says to optimize the bass response of your speaker, indicate where in the room your speaker is located relative to the wall. So set that up, have that done, and then let me go ahead and turn the treble back all the way up on that. And let me go back into my 250 and see if there is no touch placement. No, there might be. I just might have to update my 250. So software updates, check for updates. Okay, so there is a newer version of the Helios software is available. So I am going to update that now, and I'll come back to you in a little bit. Okay, so while that's updated, I do want to show you that on the front side, you do get only 3 presets on here. You also have your play button right here, which also has multiple functions. So you hit the play, obviously it play and pauses your music. Double tap the play button and go to the next track, and you triple tap it, it will go to the previous track or start the current track all over again. And then as well, you got the volume up and the volume down button. Okay, so I finished updating the software in here, and then what I notice is if I go into this gear icon, I go to my devices, I click on Office. This is the Office one. Placement is new on here, and I believe status light is new on here. No, status light was the same. I believe placement was new. So I will have this next to the wall or on a shelf. So I'll put the placement right there. And as you can read up top, it says to optimize the bass response of your speaker. I believe that's it for everything that's out of here. I already talked about the EQ, the quality on high, status light, adjust that, touch controls, placement, and advanced just goes into wireless networks and stuff like that. And let's just see how this actually sounds. For the EQ, I have the bass all the way up, the treble all the way up. That might not be perfect selection for this, but that's how I'm gonna rock with it right now. So let me go ahead and play this and see exactly how this sounds. Max volume. Yo, I need to play this facing me. You just heard it, now I need to hear it facing me. Wow. Music all the way up. No distortion. High is crystal clear. I couldn't get a good feeling for the mids because I was just doing how loud it gets and crazy volume. That's what I was going for. But the bass, you feel it in your chest. Very good speaker for $500. You know what's going through my mind right now? How the 350 is going to sound. What? In comparison size-wise, I don't know if you remember this Harman Kardon Onyx Studio 6. Size comparison, they're about the same size. This is going anywhere from $225 to maybe $300, $315, depending on where you find it online. And I did a sound test of both of these off camera. When I first hooked this one up, this one had a beat. I made all the necessary updates inside the app for this one, and this one sounds better than this one. Now, you're paying more for this. You're more limited on this, as like this one is not portable. This one is portable. This is a full IPX7 waterproof. I don't think there's any waterproofing on here since it's not a portable device. They didn't worry about putting that in there. So, but you are going to get an overall better sound with this one. You're going to get an app with this one. You have your presets up top. There's no presets on here available, but this is not a bad speaker. But sound quality wise, if you're looking for a bookshelf speaker, something that's not going to move, and you like the design and the look of this better, and money is not an issue, I would definitely go with this one over this one. Better sound, less limitations, and cheaper price. So it's up to you. But overall, since I have other portable speakers in the Harman Kardon, I just used it as a stationary speaker, kind of like a bookshelf speaker. I have to rock with this one on a day-to-day in my office, just because it gives you that cleaner sound and there's more options available as opposed to dealing with the app and stuff like that, since the Harman Kardon Studio 6 currently doesn't have an app as I'm shooting this video right now, and this one does, so I'm gonna definitely have to rock with this one. Okay, so now that I do finally have all three devices, you got your 350, you got your 150, you got your 250. They are all hooked up to my mobile device. And I did talk about the connect button on the back of each device, and that connect button is just to connect it to your Wi-Fi connection. It's not to connect them to each other. So if I said that earlier in this video, disregard what I said about that. Now I'm gonna show you how to group these all together so that you can get all of these playing the same music. Okay, so inside of that app right here, you will want to go to your Office tab, and inside your Office tab, it tells you drag one room into another to group them. So I like the music that I was playing from the 250. So what I'm gonna do is just hold the theater, drag it to the Office. So it's going to be playing what was on the Office, and I'm gonna hold the Playroom, drag it to that group. And so now it's making everything play this same one right here. So if I go over here, hit play, turn the volume up, it's coming out of both of these. So let me turn this one down, turn this one down. So as you can hear, it's coming out of this center one. Now if I turn this center one down, turn this 250 up, coming out of here. Turn this one down, turn the 150 up, it's coming out of here. So that's how you put together all three of these. You can have all three of these in the separate rooms playing the same music. Now I don't know if it's in true stereo, because true stereo, let's say you have either one of these set up in an entertainment environment hooked up to a TV, you would hear a sound on this speaker. It might not be on this speaker. Like if someone's running, you would hear them running from this side to this side, or if like there's a gunshot, only the gunshot will go off on this side and not this side at all. So I'm not sure if it's in true stereo right now. Okay, so one thing that I did notice is that if I'm not playing music and I'm on Netflix, I'm in the Rooms tab inside this app, and I'm trying to group these together. But as you can see at the top, it says grouping not allowed while playing AirPlay. So I was trying to test out to see if this is going to go in true stereo like I talked about before, but I'm not able to test that out. I don't know, maybe I just need to sit with these and do a little bit more research or just a little more testing on these to see if these can be in true stereo. So if that's a question that you have, I don't have the answer right now. And if you do leave that comment down below, I'll go ahead and pin that comment so maybe someone else can answer that for you. But as of right now, you can play the same thing on each of these in any part of the house that you have, as long as it's on the same Wi-Fi network. But if it's in true stereo, that's something that I still have to figure out. So sorry that I couldn't answer that question for you. And yeah, people, that's my full review of the Denon Home 250. As always, if this is your first time here, you found any information or value out of this video, go ahead and smash that subscribe button. Don't forget, hit that bell icon so you get notifications on when I drop my latest tech videos. As always, thanks for stopping by the Tech Love channel. My name is Nicholas, and I'm out. Peace.